Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. So in this video we are going to understand how to add health insurance Facebook leads to Salesforce. So are you also promoting your health insurance company with the help of Facebook lead ads? Then this video is definitely for you. So over here I'm running a health insurance company and I wish that as soon as I receive a new Facebook lead ad, automatically the details of that lead should be added to my Salesforce too. For this, we are going to create a connection between these applications. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So in Pabbly, we have the concept of trigger and action. For trigger, we are going to use Facebook lead ads, and for action, we are using Salesforce. So if you also wish to learn this process step by step, follow me through the screen. Welcome to my screen. So as you know, in this video, we are going to learn how to create Salesforce lead for health insurance Facebook lead ads. So to do this, we are going to create a connection between our Facebook lead ads account and our Salesforce account. To create this connection, I've already opened the landing page of Pabbly simply by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy. So as soon as we'll open the landing page of Pabbly, we are going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of tasks free every month to explore the application. But I'm an existing user, so I'm going to click on sign in. And now it is opening all Pabbly apps. Over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video, we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm going to click on access now right over here. And now it is opening my dashboard. And to start with the automation, we are going to click on this button right over here, which is create workflow. And now it is asking me the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So I want to save the workflow in this folder, which is automations, and I want to name my workflow as add health insurance Facebook leads to Salesforce. And then we are going to click on create. And now it is opening the most important window of our automation, that is our workflow window. This is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. By this you can understand that the trigger is the commander for the workflow and actions follow the commands. And as you know that we can have only a single commander but multiple followers. So over here we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger. So now we are going to select our trigger application, which is Facebook lead ads, because I want that as soon as a new Facebook lead ad is captured, automatically my workflow should be triggered. So I'm going to search for it and then we are going to select it. And now for the trigger event, we are going to select it as new lead instant because I want that Pabbly should instantly capture the response. And then we are going to click on connect. And as you can see that it is asking me to add a new connection or select the existing connection. So if you have already connected your Facebook lead ads account with your Pabbly's workflow, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection and then connect with Facebook lead ads. And now it is asking me to select my account and click on continue. So I'm going to do same. I'm going to select my account and click on continue. And as soon as we are going to click on continue, you can see that we have successfully connected our Facebook lead ads account with our Pabbly's workflow. And now it is asking me for the page and the lead gen form. So the name of my company is Health Covers and the name of my Facebook page is also same, which is Health Covers. So we are going to select the same in our page right over here. So I'm going to search for Health Covers. And over here you can see it. So I'm going to select it. And now it is asking me to select the lead gen form. So I'm going to select the lead gen form as lead gen forms because I want to create this automation only for this form. If you wish to create this automation for all your lead gen forms, you can select all lead gen forms or any another particular form you wish to create this automation for. So I'm going to select this form because I want only the leads of this particular form should be added in my Salesforce account. And now after selecting this, we are going to click on save and send test request. And yes, you can see that it is saying waiting for a webhook response, and in the notes it is saying do a test submission/record. So in order to capture the webhook response, we have to do a test submission. And in order to do the test submission, we are going to open a new tab and then we are going to search for Meta for developers. So I'm going to search for it and then we are going to open it. And as you can see that this is the landing page of Meta for developers. From here we are going to go on more and then tools. And then we are going to scroll and select lead ads RTO debug tool. And now it is opening my lead ads testing tool. So we are going to use this tool in order to create a webhook response. And now it is asking me for the page and the form. So for the page, we are going to select it as health covers. As you know, this is the name of my page. And then for the form, I'm going to select lead gen forms. And then we are going to click on preview form. And as you can see that it is asking me for some details like first name, last name, email, company name and phone number. So we are going to fill in these details. So for the first name, I'm going to keep it as demo. Last name as user. For the email, we are going to keep it as demo@pabblytudes.com. For the company name, I'm going to keep it as Pabbly. And then for the phone number, I'm going to use it as this. And now after entering all the details, I'm going to click on continue and then submit. And yes, you can see your test lead has been sent. So this means that lead ads testing tool has sent the details of our submission to our workflow. So I'm going to open my workflow and then we are going to check that if Pabbly has captured the response or not. And yes, you can see that Pabbly has captured the response. Over here, you can see the first name that we entered. Over here, you can see the last name, email, company name, phone number that we entered. So with this, our trigger step is successful. And now we are moving on to our action step. For our action application, we are going to select it as Salesforce because I want to add the lead details in my Salesforce account. So I'm going to search for it and then we are going to select it. And now for the action event, we are going to select it as create a lead. So over here you can see create lead. So we are going to select it and then we are going to click on connect again. And as you can see, again, it is asking me for the same. So if you have already connected your Salesforce account, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me again, click on add a new connection and then connect with Salesforce. And as you can see that it is asking me for some permissions. So I'm going to click on allow and give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for because my data is secure with Pabbly. You can also click on allow because Pabbly is safe. And as soon as we are going to click on allow, you can see that we have successfully connected our Salesforce account with our Pabbly's workflow. And now it is asking me for the last name, first name and more details. So we are going to map these details. Mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected Facebook lead ads as our trigger application. So we are going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only. And as soon as we are going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new lead received. So I'm going to give you an example that if I'm going to enter the last name, suppose user manually, this will not change with every new lead received because I've entered it as manually and it is not dynamic. But if we are going to map it from the previous response, it will definitely change because my previous response will also change. So that's why we do mapping right over here. So over here, I'm going to search for last name and over here you can see user. So we are going to map this. And now we are going to move on forward. We are going to do same for the first name. So I'm going to search for first name and then we are going to map demo. And now it is asking me for the title. So as you can see that this is not the required field. So I'm going to leave it as blank because I don't wish to fill in this. And now it is asking me for the company. So I'm going to search for company again and then we are going to map the company Pabbly. And now we are going to move on forward. We are going to map the phone number. And over here you can see it. So I'm going to map it. And now we are going to do same for the email. I'm going to search for it. And over here you can see demo@pabblytudes.com. So we are going to map this. We are going to move on forward. It is asking me for website and description. So I'm going to leave it as blank because these are not the required fields. And now it is asking me for the lead source. So I'm going to keep it as web only. And now it is asking me for the status. So I'm going to keep it as open. And now it is asking me for the rating. So I'm going to keep it as hot only. If you wish, you can keep it as warm or cold also. And now it is asking me for the address, city and country. So I'm going to leave it as blank because as you know, these are not the required fields. And now directly we are going to click on save and send test request. And yes, you can see that we have received the positive response that our details have been created as a new lead in our Salesforce account too. So we are going to open our Salesforce and check that if a new lead has been created or not with the same email demo@pabblytudes.com. So I'm going to open my Salesforce and over here we are going to search for demo@pabblytudes.com. So I'm going to search for it and over here you can see same. So I'm going to open it and over here you can see the same name that we entered. Over here you can see the same company, the same email and the same phone number with the rating hot. So with this, our workflow is successful, and I'll just test the workflow once. And this time I'm going to give you a real-time example. So to do this, I'm going to open my lead ads testing tool. We are going to delete the previous lead and refresh the page. It is really important to delete the lead and refresh the page. Otherwise, we will not be able to create a new lead or preview the form. And now we are going to select the page as health covers again. And then for the form, we are going to select it as lead gen form only. And again, we are going to click on preview form. And over here, again, it is asking me for the first name, last name, email, company name, and phone number. So we are going to enter the details again. For the first name, I'm going to keep it as test. Last name as user. For the email, I'm going to keep it as test@pabblytudes.com. For the company name, we are going to use it as Pabbly Connect this time. So I'm going to enter Pabbly Connect. And then we are going to move on forward. For the phone number, I'm going to keep it as this. And again, we are going to click on continue and then submit. And yes, you can see your test lead has been sent. So this means that lead ads testing tool has sent the details of this lead to our workflow. Pabbly captured the response, triggered the workflow, and further added the same details in our Salesforce as a new lead. So we are going to open our Salesforce account and check that if a new lead has been created or not. So this time we are not going back to our workflow and clicking on save and send test request. We'll directly open our Salesforce account. And over here we are going to search for test@pabblytudes.com, which was the same email that we entered. So I'm going to search for it. And over here you can see the same. So I'm going to open it. And yes, you can see the same name, test user, the same company, Pabbly Connect. Over here, you can see the same email, the same phone number, and the rating hot. So with this, our workflow is successful, and I'll just summarize the workflow for you once. For our trigger application, we selected Facebook lead ads. For the trigger event, we selected new lead instant. And then for the action application, we selected Salesforce. And then for the action event, we selected create lead, because I wanted that as soon as a new Facebook lead ad is received, automatically my workflow should be triggered and a new lead should be created in my Salesforce account too, using the same details for my health insurance company. And yes, we were successful with our workflow. We created 2 leads, one for test user and one for demo user in our Salesforce account with the same details we entered in our Facebook lead ads lead gen form. So if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone the workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly, you can integrate many more applications. So now, if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.